Hey everyone, I'm here with Viviana, who I don't think she's made an appearance in my videos lately. Um, it's not that I don't like her, it's just that she is really tough to dress, and she still doesn't quite feel like my own doll. Um, and I fixed a lot of that problem. What turned out to just be that I was trying to make her into a very frilly doll-like character, and that just does not fit with my characters at all. Actually, I'm gonna put a photo right here that I took around Christmas time of some of my cousin's dolls, my dolls, and one of my sister's dolls, and see if you can pick out which ones are mine. Yeah, that's actually something I've always found kind of interesting, is that you can tell, like, I don't know, everyone puts their own stamp on their dolls, and I find that just makes it really unique. I mean, my family, we have 3 different people who collect BGDs, and all of our BGs are completely different. Um, one jokes when my sister had her dolls out in her room was you'd step into my room and you see, this dresser drawer covered with dolls, now very casual clothing, but very funky clothing. And then you stepped into my sister's room and it was all elegant and classical. I was just actually going to go with very classical and sophisticated looking. Um, and then my cousin, who's also in the hobby, has very fantasy inspired dolls. It's not just that they're Soon dolls, it's also that the clothing they wear is very fantasy inspired. Um, so, Vivi here still doesn't quite feel like my own doll. And I think that part of the problem is that I just have so few outfits that suit her. So she often ends up wearing very casual boys' clothes, which, while yes, she does wear that sort of thing, it isn't quite her. This dress is actually one of the only 2 dresses I have that really suits her, and even this one isn't without problems. Namely, the fact that the sleeves are the wrong length, the skirt is the wrong length, and the trim of this skirt is just not right. If anything, this is still a bit too frilly for her. Vivi's style is very hard to describe, actually. It's kind of like a traditional European rural country outfits. A lot of a lot of simple colors, rickrack, flowers, but very practical clothing, scarves, shawls. She's pretty much never without an apron. And of course she has her cute little braids. But it's actually really hard, at least I found it really hard to find USD clothing in particular that is in that style. Especially USD clothing that is the right length. So I found a really cute outfit, but the skirt's completely the wrong length. Even this actually is too short. Is, I'm not sure you guys can see, my hand's up her skirt, so you can't really see it, but this actually, the lace is just above her knee. That isn't right. Vivi's skirts are supposed to go past her knee. Like I said, very traditional, very modest and practical, and their shorter style just doesn't look right on her. It's much better than, say, casual modern boys' clothes, Finn's clothes, but it's still not right, which makes it hard for me to really feel like she is my doll, because I have this image of her and then I haven't been able to make the doll of her match what's in my head, or better reflect what's in my head, rather. None of my dolls actually look precisely how their characters look in my head. So if anyone has any suggestions for shops or seamstresses that do that sort of traditional work, that would be really, really, really helpful. Vivi doesn't need a whole bunch of clothes. As I was saying, Vivi doesn't need a whole bunch of clothes, but she does need at least one outfit that suits her. But I'm also hoping that actually repainting her, redoing her face up, will make her feel more like my doll. And this video is getting long enough, so the next video will be me talking about my face up plans for her, because I do have plans for that.